Okay, so the one thing that we want to look at for the thought of the day is looking outside of the physical therapy industry, especially when you're trying to solve problems within your own company. So what do I mean by that? Well, if we have this huge 10.5-foot organization board on our hallway, and what that does is it divides the 100 activities that take place within our PT company, who's responsible for it, and basically it's divided into 7 parts, including our reception, our billing, our internal marketing, our physical therapist, our PTAs and our aides, down to wiping down a table and doing laundry. It's pretty precise. We also have quality control in there, and then external marketing, and then also our executive functions, such as keeping up with the legalities of running a business. So we have those 7 divisions. So if we're experiencing a problem in an area and we want to improve that area, where do we look for solutions? So like, let's say we wanted to improve our hiring of personnel. So the typical thing to do is do it by trial and error. So we post a classified ad, we go through the interview process, we hire a person, and they fail miserably. So what went wrong? Well, that's kind of they call that trial and error. So it's learning from experience, but why not, and you can do this usually for less than $10, find somebody who already has a personnel system that you would like to emulate, and then model it after them. And many times what I see other physical therapy practice owners doing is they're modeling only within PT. So certainly we can go to our local professional associations or national professional associations and model after the information that they put out. And I found that to work okay. There are a few practice owners that I really admire what they're doing, and certainly I'll buy their time or invest in their time and study the system that they've created. But what I find is many times they go outside of the PT industry to get the example of what they modeled after and what they built their system around. So let's go back to the personnel. So we want to hire somebody. So think of all the experiences that you've ever had with any business in your consumer life, and think of somebody with great personnel. The company that comes to my mind right away is Disney. A few weeks ago I took my family down to Disney, and I will tell you what, we had an amazing experience with their personnel. There were no upsets. Everybody was extremely courteous and helpful, and as a few other business icons have noted, even the street sweeper at Disney is trained to see when somebody is lost or somebody is upset or confused, and is trained to help them out. That is amazing. And they have a really good system of hiring the right people. Well, we only see the tip of the iceberg, which is the person standing in front of us, handing us a $4 bottle of water, or the street sweeper who is helping me when I have no idea where a certain ride is. We only see that part, but you better believe that there's quite a foundation for that street sweeper to be in the position that they're in, and that they had to go through quite a few hoops of not only screening but also training to get to that point where they could help me find out where I'm going, and also recognize without me asking that I'm lost or that I'm confused. So I hope that makes sense, but you have an amazing performer, or an amazing cast of performers that you're seeing, but that came from a good foundation in the screening process beforehand. It's not the flim flam, I'll hire my wife's sister's-in-law's brother-in-law's neighbor to be my receptionist. It doesn't really work like that. Or to be my external marketing person because they think that they want to do something in external marketing or internal marketing, or as a physical therapy aide or whatever it is. They're not hiring based on that. They have a clear-cut system. We can emulate that. We can model after that. We can study it, and we can implement the same exact principles that they're doing. The key thing is not only looking at Disney, but it's also looking at, excuse me while I looked at my examples for a minute, but if we're looking at external marketing, name a company that did amazingly well with really good external marketing. And The one component that comes to mind, an example that comes to mind there is somebody who had an amazing unique selling proposition, which was Domino's Pizza. Domino's unique selling proposition was fresh hot pizza, 30 minutes or less guaranteed. 30 minutes or less guaranteed. So, how can we apply that to our physical therapy business? Could we offer an appointment in a certain amount of time, in 24 hours or less, or everybody says 24 hours, so maybe we say 23 hours or less guaranteed, that we offer somebody an appointment when they call in, or that an appointment will last 37 minutes or less guaranteed, or whatever it is. How can we apply what other businesses are doing outside of our own industry with those other businesses that are succeeding and that we want to emulate that they're doing? I don't think Domino's has the best pizza in the world, but they had a very successful business model, and especially I admire what they did in their marketing department. So I can emulate that and I can apply it to my business as well. So I hope this helps you out, but really think outside the box and also outside the physical therapy industry if you want to improve your own business structure. Good luck, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.